All right, well, recently, and you guys have seen the news over and over and over again, and I have picked Wise several times for Host Pick, and it is also sold out several times simply because I think it's something everybody needs to have. You know, this last couple of months have been crazy, especially with the weather in Houston and then here in Florida. And I think as we head into the fall and winter, you now start to think about storms, ice, things like that. And you know, it's not the greatest topic to talk about, but by gosh, if you're not ready when you need it, if you don't have food to feed yourself or your family, there's nothing worse. And you saw what happened with people who couldn't get food or weren't prepared. Be prepared, be ready, and Wise is the company to do it with. All right, so here's what they've done for you for tonight as part of my Host Pick. Exclusive configuration. It is a reorder of my best-selling Wise collection from a year ago, so now it's back. I have 2,600, and then these will be sold out. Normally, we will do these anywhere from $89 to $99, but just for tonight for Host Pick, we're at $69.95. That is by far the best value we do from Wise, and it's a 1-month emergency supply kit, breakfast, lunch, and dinner for you to have, and it lasts for 25 years. Free shipping tonight, and we have 5 flex pays, and we're gonna jump right into this. Hello, darling, how are you, Steph?
Hey, good, great to be here.
Welcome back.
Thank you. I just saw the price and was like, oh my gosh, amazing? How did that happen? I'm so excited for you. No, and for you.
It's the Host Pick Fairies.
It is, it's a wonderful weekend. We absolutely love it. But this is something that I'm so excited about this time of year, because we talk about always wanting to choose something that means something as a gift. This means something. You are peeking at the Wise Factory right now, where some amazing things come to life. 2 types of people put this emergency food together, and they're both very important. Chefs, because it's gourmet emergency food, and I'll explain more what that means in a minute. But also the scientists that have created the packaging out of this world, because this packaging seals out things that make food go bad. It keeps out the oxygen, it keeps out the humidity, and as a result, everything that comes to you in your 1-month supply of emergency food will be shelf stable. Keep it somewhere cool and dry, like under your bed, in your pantry, for up to 25 years. So we are talking great tasting food with chef-inspired recipes that will be there whenever you need it for up to 25 years. And look at the variety. There are 3 different breakfast entrees, a brown and sugar maple, an apple cinnamon, crunchy granola, and then 8 different lunch and dinner style meals. Hearty, wholesome, great tasting meals, and then 2 different drink mixes. All of that is coming to you. 112 servings. That's enough food for 1 person for a month, and also 2 people for 2 weeks, or a family of 4 for a week. So you know, kind of gauge it by what you need in your home. Here's the deal. All you do is add water. This is rice pilaf. In fact, the minute I opened it, you forget from time to time the amazing aroma, the real spices, real chicken broth. I add water and I walk away. Now, you will notice that this is sitting on a burner. You do not have to add hot water. And I can't say that enough, because unfortunately, as we came out of the storms these past few months, of course, we saw the pictures from Harvey. We know what happened here in Florida as well. You don't always have the ability to have hot water. Winter storm season, power lines go down, things happen. You don't need hot water. These meals taste just as great, whether you are pouring water into the pouch. Hey, use it for camping, use it for tailgating, use it for hiking. The uses are endless, but once you get into a true emergency situation, would I rather have a hot meal? Of course I would. But these foods reconstitute with tap water, cold water, water you've put inside the bathtub, the water that you just have stored because you know you're supposed to. I keep mine under the bed. We'd like to joke at my house that that's just your way of sleeping with peace of mind, right? Because you know no matter what happens, you are covered. But I will say, having gone through my first major hurricane as a Floridian this year, I was really glad I had this in my house.
It's like insurance. You know, you have insurance policy on your house, and you're like, well, okay, that's fine. And on your car, in case something happens.
And medical.
And medical insurance. Why would you not have insurance for your food? And food is so crucial. And you've seen it. We've seen the headlines recently about food not being able to reach people and supplies not being able to get there. You don't want to ever think about it. And I hope you never, ever have to use these. But the fact is, I felt so relieved that was one less thing I had to worry about when I was prepping, and we were prepping for Irma to hit us. And we thought we were going to be hit very severely in our area. And many areas did get hit without power for days, cleaned out the shelves, but then what's left after that?
Exactly.
And so many people were not fully prepared. So I don't understand reason why everybody who can hear us or see the network or watch us or go online does not have at least one of these kits in their house. Now that we've been through it, you really even more than ever realize how vital it is for everybody to have.
And I sort of feel that the rest of my life I've been lucky. I grew up in the Chicago area, snowstorms, blizzards, power lines down with ice. No matter where you are right now, something can happen, weather-wise or whatever, to affect you. So the fact that, you know, I went through a childhood without ever having a day without food because we didn't need it in the storm, we were lucky. But I don't want to roll the dice with my own family like that. I want to know that whatever happens, we have food. And with a value like this, it's like you're talking less than 70 cents a serving. So I do want to talk about the food, because I know as soon as you hear emergency food, your first thought is, gross, really? Do I have to? You will be so amazingly surprised. These configurations have been customer picks over and over and over. And the reason is they taste good, and I'm not making that up. And we'll put it to the test here with Suzanne. But I do want to take a quick tour down the table, though, so you can see the different entrees. I did just put rice pilaf in. It will constitute in about 5 minutes. You can see how fluffy it is. Also, the baked beans. Again, you can see these are proteins. These are hearty foods. One of my personal favorites, of course, the creamy vegetable pasta. Southwest rice and beans. Look at the big beans, the pieces of corn. And by the way, it tastes Southwestern. It doesn't taste bland. It doesn't taste powdery. It tastes like it's supposed to. Chicken noodle soup. Tomato basil soup. Again, this is where we get into the chef-inspired recipes. They all have levels of flavor. Chicken pot pie. Creamy beef stroganoff. All of those different entrees are coming to you. In fact, you can pick tonight, Suzanne, what your favorite is. I'm a good Southwestern girl. Where do you like to go?
I want to try that.
Okay, this one is chicken pot pie.
I'm all in about chicken pot pie. And also, by the way, over here on the other side, you've got the rest of the story, which we really haven't shown in this part, but I want you to kind of explain that as well.
Now, I'm going to tell you, that's room temperature, so you be honest about what you think about room temperature. Not ice cold, but definitely room temperature.
Oh, it's really good. It's really good.
That is one of my favorites. Kind of tastes like what Grandma used to make, right? And all of these meals are put together to be comforting. Great even mix of proteins and carbohydrates. They're not just carved out so you can get through the day. Real foods. Look at her going at that. I love it.
Really good. That's the first time I've had it.
It is a fun surprise factor. And one of the things I like best about this product is that you get it home, rip open the box. I know you're buying this most likely to have on hand for the what-ifs in life, and that's why we want you to have it. But the reason this has become a customer pick is that people get it home, they open the box, and they give one a try because they're curious. You're spending money. I want you to try this. And then you know what our customers keep finding, and they keep telling us about it. Read the reviews. They are floored, pleasantly surprised about how great it tastes. So get it home and try it.
Well, it tastes like a real meal. Like it's actually probably better than a lot of people's home cooking. I gotta be honest with you. Because they're chef designed. They're made to last for 25 years. And you know what you do? You buy it one time right now. This is the best price we do. There's not a better time than right now to be able to pick the setup and maybe get a couple if you've got a bigger family or you want a little longer length to having food. But I think you get it at home and then just put it away. And that's the last thing you have to worry about in an emergency. And I love that about it. You know, it's the first thing everybody thinks about in emergencies. Oh my gosh, how are we gonna eat? What is there to eat? We all think about that. Do we have enough water? And what is there to eat? Now that worry is gone. I don't even think about it. When we were prepping for the hurricane, we were getting everything else ready. And we never even had a discussion in my house about food.
No, I was worried about water. You know, because we have to worry about water.
But we knew we didn't even have to have the discussion on food. Because my husband and I both knew we're ready. We've got it. And by the way, if you've got a kid who lives out, last year for my son, I know I wasn't really eating that well, so I sent him a package and said, just use this to eat. He was at college and he was eating terrible food, and I'm like, well, just use one of these. So he could eat for a month out of that box for $69.95.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he's eating at less than 70 cents a serving, so he absolutely loved that. I do love the other uses for it if you're camping, if you're hiking. Honestly, if you're in a winter climate, throw a couple of these pouches in the back of your car, because you never know. For me, the whole slide into a snowbank thing, like I just don't want to be without food no matter where I am. If there's one thing that I think many of us learned from watching this news coverage of the storms across the country, it's how fragile our food grid is as well. As soon as roads close down, nothing can get from grower to supplier to grocery store to your home. You start to ponder that whole grid thing and all the scary things that happen in the news. I I don't want to be counting on anything to get anywhere. I want to have my family protected in my home.
Well, and
what better way to do it than great food?
And again, you know, this is kind of a dramatic thing, but it is an important thing. Think of the folks in Puerto Rico. I mean, how many headlines have we seen where they just can't physically get the food from the port out to the people? I mean, you never want to be in that spot.
Nope.
And if you ever have gone through an emergency, you're nodding your head and you're saying, yeah, and you never want to be in it and wish you had done it.
Exactly.
That's the worst, because you had the moment. You had this time where you say, you know what, that's a really good price. I'll buy it once, use our flex pay. You can, we have 5 flex pay on it. In fact, we're even gonna ship it for free. So right now you're looking at the best Wise value we've done. It's today, and it's also today only, which is important. I like the fact though, can we cover the rest of the
Yes, absolutely.
meals?
So we walked our way through the 8 lunch and dinner entrees. These are the, I say breakfast, because you know there's cereal type things, obviously to me. Oatmeal's good any time of day. There's a brown sugar and maple oatmeal, there's an apple cinnamon oatmeal, and there is also 4 servings of granola. 2 pitchers of whey milk, and that is important just on the concept of the comfort factor of milk for kids. I love having this because if that's part of a routine for a child and that routine is broken, that's when kids start to feel uncertain and scared. This is all about keeping your family situation as normal as possible and the ability to make a pitcher of orange drink as well. Check out these pouches. This is the magic. This is what sets Wise apart from everything else on the market. It is gourmet food. It tastes exactly like you would want this entree to taste, and it is sealed out away from humidity and oxygen. Things that make food go bad, sealed in this pouch for up to 25 years. This is a gift that gives peace of mind. I have bought so many sweaters, so many purses, so much jewelry, and I love it. And I'm happy to gift that as well, but I feel that this makes a difference. This is a gift that you give, and you can make a difference in someone's life. And maybe they'll never even need it, but wow, what a thought. What a thoughtful thing to do, to think of someone. I want you to be okay no matter what.
Right.
And you brought that up to me in your reasoning for liking this in your host pick.
Yeah, I do.
Because it's a gift that makes a difference. And I find that beyond impressive.
It really is. I mean, you can give somebody your earrings. We got plenty of those. You can give somebody a nice sweater. We can handle that.